The GTI has been the measure of the hot hatch for decades now. Behind me is the Autobahn edition. Is it still worthy and will I be impressed? Let's find out. Well, the shape definitely does not disappoint. It's certainly a hatchback, but it's a hot hatch. Just look at those wheels, look at the blacked out mesh grille, GTI, and the large Volkswagen emblem up front. It means business. It's definitely form-following function, but it looks racy and it looks right. There's not a bad angle on the car. Check out those dual beefy exhaust tips. Even though the GTI continues to change throughout the years, it still manages to look modern and relevant. And that to me is why I think it's remained so popular. It just looks cool. And those good looks continue inside. You get more power adjustments in this Autobahn edition. You also get very large bolstered seats with red piping. This does have the leather package as well. And the cool racy look continues across the dash with sort of carbon fiber looking, certainly steely and speedy, I would say, if not exactly carbon fiber. But nonetheless, a nice look overall with a flat-bottomed steering wheel. You get a push-button start, you get a dual clutch automatic transmission, parking sensors also, and several buttons around the steering wheel. More on those later. You can cancel the traction control, though I don't recommend it. Storage up front here with a USB charger and also an input for your phone as well. You get a real handbrake and 2 cup holders. Here's your armrest, and it does have some storage inside along with a charger as well. Up onto the dash you have dual zone climate control, and then the infotainment screen. I like that you get a volume and tuning knob as well, and I think Volkswagen has been steadily refining their infotainment screen and navigation, and I think they've really got it right, which leads me to my Drivin technology integration score. You get adaptive cruise control here, of course controls for your radio as well, and gauges all laid out really nice and clearly, exactly as you'd expect from a sporty hot hatch like this one. But everywhere you go on this screen, it's intuitive, and I really like what they have done. Definitely good menus, very easy to navigate, and I do like the fact that you can see your station, your song title and track information, as well as your presets at the same time. So a very strong 9.25 out of 10 for my Drivin technology integration score. Of course, you have your sporty paddle shifters here as well. You can, of course, shift on the transmission as well. And to the left, you have your lighting here, and then, of course, controls for your outside mirrors here, door locks, and then power windows down here, plus some additional storage. Look, you even get a dead pedal, too. They've really thought of everything to make this Volkswagen GTI's interior sporty, but I think also luxurious and certainly comfortable, too. Out back, you do get your own vents, and you also get pull-down armrest with 2 cup holders and a pass-through for skis as well, and then matching seats, seating for 3 across. Of course, you can also collapse them as well for more storage. Out and back, you have plenty of room. That's the whole purpose of a hot hatch, is the hatchback nature of it. And look, you've got this very cool, as they call it, Volkswagen cargo protection system. And it's basically these blocks that stick to the carpet here and keep everything you have in place. A very cool design. And also very cool is the game of disc golf. Check out my videos on disc golf, instructional in nature, and go out and play the game yourself. Bring the whole family, it's fun. Powering the GTI is a 2-liter TSI 16-valve turbocharged 4-cylinder that produces 220 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. It's good for a 0 to 60 time of 5.9 seconds with the dual clutch, a bit more with the 6-speed manual. You can expect 24 miles per gallon in the city, 32 on the highway, and 27 miles per gallon overall. So pricing for the 2018 GTI Autobahn Edition starts out at $36,999. $170. You have the $325 Park View mirror with home self-link dimming and compass, $235 monster mats with logo and heavy-duty trunk lighter and VW cargo blocks. You also get the $35 first aid kit, and so with all that, you're out the dealer door at $37,660. Now, what do you have to compare the VW GTI Autobahn to? Well, there's the Ford Focus STI, of course, the WRX, the Honda Civic. Those are all sporty cars, and some of them come in hatchback form. So there are other cars out there, but the Volkswagen, I think, is special. It's special because the GTI has been around for 42 years, and they've had all that time to develop it. To me, I've always said when I review a Volkswagen, they're the best front-wheel drive cars out there. Now, of course, if you go for the R, that's all-wheel drive, but the GTI has always been a hot hatch front engine, front-wheel drive, and they've just fine-tuned it and fine-tuned it and fine-tuned it. Now they have a limited slip differential to make it even better. They break the outside rear wheel. If you're turning left, then they'll break it to simulate a little bit of oversteer. And that is a great feeling. When a front-wheel drive car feels like a rear-wheel drive car, well, that's pretty cool. So what's it like on the twisties? Well, usually I drive around in eco mode, but let's see what it's like on the twisties, shall we? All right. You can also shift it yourself here, or you can use the paddle shifters up top. I'll just let the dual clutch do what it's doing. Wow. Listen to that engine, man. It's a peppy car. It's definitely got the get up and go, and just begs you to drive it hard, especially in this sport mode. Really firms things up, and this is what the GTI is all about. Yep, the GTI is a special car. Special because of what you just saw, the way it handles, and how quick and peppy it is. It is really, really quick. The DSG is actually a bit faster than the 6-speed manual. Check out my video of auto versus manual to hear more on my thoughts on that. But let's just say that if the DSG shifts better than you do and can match revs on downshifts, well, you should just let it do what it's doing. But what you specifically get when you opt for the Autobahn package is adaptive cruise control. Love that. Dynamic chassis control, and that's that menu I showed you. The cool Fender audio. I'm a guitar player and I love Fender guitars, Fender Mustangs. Check out my video on the Fender Mustang if you like guitars, and my other guitar reviews as well out there on YouTube land, plus my music videos and a literal video for Chris Isaac's Wicked Game. But back to what you get in the Autobahn package, you also get more comfortable driver's seat with more ways to adjust it, and also leather seats in this case, and dual zone climate control. Now about the leather seats, I actually think GTI should have that kind of Madras interior that they had back in the 80s, so maybe I would opt for those instead. But if you want the top of the line Autobahn package, that's what you get, the nice leather seats. So back in the eco mode here, the way I normally drive it for the most MPGs, and still has get up and go when you need it, but definitely you can tell the difference in the shift pattern. So that suspension and throttle control is really, really cool, and I think makes this GTI Autobahn edition even more special. It's also special because it's just a great car. You've got seating for up to 5 plus room in the back. You also get the nice sunroof with the sunshade that you can pull back if you like. Well, if you watch my car reviews, then you'll know I'm a huge fan of adaptive cruise control. I have it set for the closest distance to the car in front of me, but I can adjust that, as you can see, and then it gives me a farther distance from the car in front of me, your space cushion. So it's a safety feature, but I feel it's also a luxury feature too. The car keeps you a safe distance from the car in front of you and lets you relax. Have a more comfortable seating position, rest your legs. There you go. Adaptive cruise control, to me, not just safety, but luxury. I'm so glad that this GTI Autobahn edition has it. The night look
on this Autobahn GTI is quite cool. I love the colors. Light blue looks good, and these colors all look good too. Plus you've got that highlight over there on the door, which is awesome. And then look, when you open the door, you get one down there too. So a very cool night look. Nice to have that blind spot warning right there. Another great safety feature. Look, you get a park pilot, which tells you which way to turn the wheel. And of course you also get a backup camera, but unfortunately the directional indicators don't turn with the steering wheel. Still nice to have the backup camera though. So in the end, what you get from the Volkswagen GTI Autobahn Edition is 42 years of Volkswagen developing the best GTI that they can build, and this one is truly exceptional. It's got the different driving modes. It's got all the safety of adaptive cruise control. It actually has start-stop technology too, which helps you get the best MPGs. And of course, it's just a hot hatch, sure, but a hatchback. So it's very sensible transportation, and it's sensible, but a heck of a lot of fun too. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe to me on YouTube as well. Check out all of my other videos. Check out my Golf R video, all my other Volkswagen reviews, and all my music videos as well. Disc golf videos, literal video for Chris Isaac's Wicked Game. And of course, just Google the car you want to see and Drivin Ivan, and you will find it. Thanks again for watching. I'm Drivin Ivan.